The Legend of the Durian. Long time ago, during the Tay Son period, there was a young man from Dong Nai. He was a talented man of both literature and martial arts, and had once raised his sword to respond to the people's discontent. He had led the army several times, causing the servants of Lord Nguyen to flee. The Tay Son dynasty fell, and he returned to his hometown and borrowed the job of teaching children to hide. Suddenly, bad news came, making everyone anxious. Emperor Gia Long had just won the country of Vietnam when he also began to kill those who had served as mandarins for the Tay Son dynasty. The people in the village were willing to love him and advised him to escape far away. They gave him money, rice, and everything he needed, including a small boat with a canopy for easy travel. Because he did not want to fall into the enemy's hands, he left. Upstream of the Mekong River, he went deep into Cambodia. One day, he set up his pole to buy food. He entered a roadside shop. In the shop, there was a mother sitting dejectedly next to a girl lying unconscious. They were a mother and daughter who had gone to offer incense in the mountains, and when they returned, the girl was seriously ill. Having a special talent for medicine, he tried his best to treat her, and finally helped the girl regain her health. And having his own boat, he took them home. She was an unmarried girl, old enough to spin a wheel and loom. She had a gentle beauty. Suddenly, a Vietnamese man from far away came to stay at her house, making her feel attached. After a week of fasting to thank God and Buddha, her mother told her that Buddha had told her in a dream to get married. He happily accepted the new life to get by. From now on, he had a fixed place to live. Her family was a family of farmers and silkworm farmers. He could do all of those things. 10 years passed like a dream. The couple clung to each other like a pair of doves. In the wife's garden, there was a fruit tree called Tu Ren that did not exist in her husband's country. That time, when the first fruit ripened, the wife climbed up the tree, picked one, and split it for her husband to eat. The Tu Ren fruit had a special foul smell. Seeing her husband frown, the wife said, "Just eat it and you will know it is as rich as my heart." Unexpectedly, one year, when the wife returned from offering incense, she had a strange feeling. The husband tried his best to cure her but could not save her in time. Death suddenly separated the couple. The husband's suffering scene cannot be described. But the two still met in their dreams. The husband promised never to marry anyone else in his life. As for the wife's soul, she promised never to leave her husband. Hearing that Emperor Gia Long had stopped hunting down his old enemies, his relatives in his hometown sent him a message telling him to come back. The people in the neighborhood also advised him to go somewhere to distract himself. He had to say goodbye to his second homeland. Before the day of departure, his wife told him in a dream that she would follow him to the ends of the earth. That year, the Tu Ren tree naturally appeared with only one fruit. And that Tu Ren fruit naturally fell into his shirt while he was visiting his wife's memorial tree. He was overjoyed and decided to bring it back to his homeland. He returned to his old job. But his personal worries never subsided. He sowed the Tu Ren seed into a tree and planted it in the garden outside the gate. From then on, in addition to teaching, he also took care of the precious tree. His Tu Ren trees grew stronger and stronger. Another 10 years were about to pass. The young man's hair was now streaked with gray. But the old man suddenly felt young again when he saw the rows of trees that he had cared for so long now starting to bloom and bear fruit. He happily invited his relatives and neighbors to attend his wife's death anniversary and enjoy the first strange fruit in the area. When the 2 ren fruits were brought out and placed on the table, everyone smelled a faint unpleasant smell. But the owner knew what he meant and said, "It's ugly and smelly, but the segments inside are beautiful and fragrant like the passionate love of a young couple." As he spoke, he split the 2 ren fruits into segments for everyone to taste. The 2 ren segments that reached the throat of the fruit had an unusually sweet taste. Then, he told the whole story of his past love that he had deliberately kept hidden in his heart since he returned. He told and told. And when he finished, in the corner of the eyes of that faithful man, 2 tears glistened and fell right on the 2 ren segments he was holding in his hand. Those 2 tears suddenly boiled up on the 2 ren segments like lime meeting water and finally soaked into the segments like water drops soaking into the bricks. 3 days after the death anniversary, that man suddenly died without being sick. Since then, every time the villagers eat that fruit, they remember the breeder, remember the story of the faithful man. They call 2 ren with the 2 words riêng or durian, meaning the private sorrow of a faithful man who always misses his wife, the sorrow that no one can share, a testament to a faithful love forever, and remember the faithful love of the man and the woman. People also say that the durian trees that are descended from the seed with 2 drops of tears from the man are the best durian varieties.